Hi and welcome to Crochet and Coffee. In today's video I will show you how to make this lovely Christmas tree ornament. It's pretty easy to make and you should be able to do it in about 10 minutes, I would say. I will show you how to make it. I will show you the tree, the little hanging top and the bottom of the tree. And after the tutorial I'll show you some other examples I have and how we can change the stitch that we're using. And I also have a blocked and stiffened one I want to show you. But let's get started on the tutorial. So for this tutorial I'm going to use these three colors. This is not the complete same green as this one, but I think this shade will be a little bit easier to see on camera. And I have a piece of brown and a piece of yellow that I would use for the top and the bottom. So let's put that out to the side. We have our Christmas tree over here, so let's get started. I'm going to start with a slip knot. And then we're going to insert our hook. The cool thing about this project is you can use any yarn and any material you like and any color you like. So we're going to start by chaining 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Now we're going to find our third chain, so 1, 2, and 3. And in here, I like to use the back loop, and it's also easier when we're going to make the bottom of the tree. So I'm going to flip it over a little bit and find that back loop. I'm going to yarn over and go into the back loop and create half a double crochet in US terms. I'm going to yarn over and go into the next one. I'm going to do that all the way across. So that was 2, 3, and 9, and this is the last one. We're going to have 10 half double crochets across total. You can of course also play around with the size of the Christmas tree, so this will be our foundation. You can play around with the size, but we can talk about that later. So this is the first one. Then we're going to chain 2, 1 and 2, flip our work. We're not going to do anything in the first chain, top stitch. We're just going to yarn over and go into the second. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we have 1 left up here, and then we have our chains, but we're not going to do anything with chains. We're just going to put in this last one, so that will give us 9. So this means that we're decreasing on the sides, and this should build our tree shape. Let's do that one more time. And that is how the pattern goes all the way up to the top. Let me show you the next round. So chain 2, 2, skip the first one, go into the next. One, 2, 3, and 8. And again, not touching the chain. So we're decreasing by 1 half double crochet between each round. So we had 10, 9, and now we have 8. I'm just going to continue all the way up. So again, chain 2, skip the first one, yarn over, go into the next. So now I only have 2 rows to go. So I'm going to chain my 2, turn over, skipping the first one, going into the second, putting in a half double crochet, yarning over, doing that one more time, chaining 2, turning the work, and now we only have not this one but this one over here left, and that completes the tree. You can fasten off if you don't want to put anything on top of the tree, and then you can start working at the bottom. You can also chain, let's say 7 or 9 or something like that, and connect down here with the slip stitch. That makes the hanging part an integrated part of your project. But we're going to fasten off, and I will show you how we can make the hanging part in yellow. So just fasten off like that. And I am going to remove the green yarn and bring in my yellow yarn. I'm going to make a slip knot. Inserting my hook. And I think I'll keep working on this side of the project. I'm going to find my top stitch, sorry, up here. So don't confuse it with the fastening off knot, but right here is the top of our stitch. I'm going to go in, come up and slip stitch. And then I think for the other one I did a chain 2, and then I added 2 half double crochets just to give it a little height, because you kind of want to give the illusion of a star, right? Because it's the top of the tree. At least where I come from, a star on top of the tree is very normal. I know other places you do other things, but you can also just leave it like that. And then I would chain, let's say 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And then I would go down and find the chain out here. I'll just slip stitch in there. And fasten off. So, I'm going to undo that because that does not look nice. Let's do that one more time. Go in, slip stitch, and fasten off. Snip that off. Put the yellow yarn to the side. So it looks like this. Again, you can skip the part, the 3 first ones that we did, and just do the hanging part, or do the hanging part in the green yarn. But let's get started on the bottom. So for the bottom of the tree, we're going to use this brown color. That's the cool thing about a project like this. You can really use a lot of scrap yarn, especially if you're very adventurous and like to play around with a lot of colors. This is a great project to do that. We're going to take our tree, and we're going to work on this side. So have your yarn tail from the first round over here, and we're going to find our center. So 2, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is our center, and we're going to work over 5. So we're going to move 2 times to the right. 1, 2. This means we have 1, 2, 3 out here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that we're going to work over, and then we have 3 out here. So I'm going to go into this one. You can, of course, if you don't like it to be 5 stitches wide, you can do it 3 if you prefer that, or even bigger if you want to. I'm going to slip stitch, and then I am going to chain 2, 1 and 2, and then I'm going to yarn over and go into the next stitch and put in half a double crochet. I'm going to do that 3 more times. So the 2 chains count as our first half double crochet. So it's that one plus 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And for this count, we should have 3 stitches out here, and we do. So that's great. We're going to chain 2. 1, 2. Flip the work over. Not go into the first one, but yarn over and go into the second. And put in half a double crochet. 1 more. And also in this last regular stitch. So we now have our chain 2 and we have 3 half double crochets. I'm going to yarn over and go into the second chain that we did in the beginning, and also adding half a double crochet like that. Chain 2, and again you can modify the size of this any way you like. So skipping the first one, going into the second. 1, 2, and 3, and then finding that second chain out here and putting in half a double crochet. And to my liking, I think this is just fine. I think it has the right size for me. I think when it comes to proportions, this looks great. I do have a bit of some yarn ends to weave in, but that's okay. So this completes the Christmas tree ornament. As I mentioned, as you can see, it looks very similar to this one. I think the bottom is a little bit bigger because I think for this one I actually did 5 single crochets. So I did chain 1, 4 single crochets, and so on. So if you prefer that, you can of course go ahead and do that. I have tried to make this in single crochets only. I think I have an example here where I used a red thread and some gold. I think it looks really cool. Really do love this color combination. But when you do single crochets and you're decreasing on each side, it has a tendency to twist. So as you can see here, it's twisting quite a lot. I even try to put it under something heavy, but you will definitely have to soak them in water and block them if you want them to be flat, because they look really cool in single crochets as well. I did another one in single crochets, so this one, and as you can see, it is not twisting, and that is because it is stiffened. So I have soaked it. It's done in single crochets. I did the little hanging thing. The counting is the same one as the one we just did, and I am chaining 2 on the side as well for single crochets. I have soaked it in a water sugar solution. So 1 part sugar, 1 part hot water. Mixed it, let it cool, and then soaked it. And I had pinned it out for it to keep it shaped. I think it looks really cool, but if you don't want to go into the trouble, you can do it this way. I like this way as well, but that is really up to you. If you would like to see and learn more about how to stiffen your projects, please let me know in the comments, and I will do a video about that. So that was all for today. I will be coming out with more Christmas themed, holiday themed videos soon, so stay tuned for that, and have a great day.